In this live stream, I'm going to share my first impressions of the Fairmont Doha, highlight some of the things that did not go so well, and of course we'll do a room tour as well. I'm currently comfortable here in the viewing lounge with a beautiful view of Lusail. Let's turn around the camera and give you a quick look just as what I'm looking. We'll have a closer look at the full tour and the view in just a moment. If you do have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll be very happy to answer them. So first impressions. The building where the Fairmont Doha is located is obviously very impressive. It has these kind of two parts of the skyscraper that bend up to the sky like that, inspired by a local Qatari sword, the Katara. One of the towers is the Fairmont where I'm staying, and the other one is the Raffles where I will be staying tomorrow. So first impressions, excellent coming into the building, but from a process perspective, the check-in process was not great. Firstly, there was a bag security check at the entrance, which sometimes happens in this region, but the real problem was that there were only 3 check-in desks, and there's hundreds of rooms in this building. There were actually more people kind of managing the queue, asking the people standing in line, have you been served already, than actually checking them in. Why aren't these people instead just helping the guests? I don't understand that part, but that's neither here nor there. I got my room key at the end, and I'm staying here at the Fairmont Gold King Room, which is a nice suite with access to the gold lounge, the gold pool as it's called here, and so some other amenities as well. If you have any questions during the live stream here, please put them in the chat, and let's do a quick little room tour, and then I'm going to highlight some of the things that I think have room for improvement in terms of the Fairmont process and maintenance design. Let's switch the camera first to the front-facing camera. I'm going to pick you up. And this is the view to begin with. That's Lusail here. And if I turn the camera a little bit more in that direction, you'll be able to see the marina here as well. From this angle, there is no view of actual Doha. That's on the other side of the building. This first room here, it has the kind of stepped design here, a small dining table and a couch, very comfortable couch. We are now entering the main living room. Here is a little work desk with a phone and some maintenance issues already. If you see there, somebody has drawn on that leather bound table cover there. In this corner we have a little reading nook with a very unique metal bar at the top there. All the rooms have these lighting controls that controls the blinds, light, and in theory the TV cover, but that never works. TV is there. Here we have another comfortable couch that's actually quite nice for lying or sitting there watching TV. This, I don't know exactly what it is, but I do note that there are power outlets there. Before we go into the main bedroom, which is over there, let me also give you a quick tour of the rest of the suite. We have here it's not a mini bar, it's a maxi bar. Up there, tea kettle, that is a fully automated coffee machine. I'm not going to switch it on because it takes a minute to heat up. And down here we have a wine fridge. As you can see, no drinks are preloaded in the minibar, which I kind of like. And then here we have the guest bathroom, and as soon as I step inside, that opens. Welcome to the guest bathroom. Now, let's have a quick look at the main bedroom. As you can see, there are 2 doors. Here is one of the doors into the main bedroom, and here is the other one. This is the 3rd couch of the suite right there. I haven't even tried that one yet. And then here is the main bed. Of course, you can lie in bed and watch TV there as well. And here there is a small window, but it's only very limited. But you can see the parking area there. let's walk over. Here's a little dressing bench as well, if you want to get comfortable. Very comfortable bed. I had really a good night's sleep here last night. I will stay one more night. And then here at the bedside table, here you might think it's a drawer. Nope, it's power outlets. Pretty clever. And there a real alarm clock. Room controls are there, including the air conditioning. And now we enter here. That's the bathroom straight ahead, but here is the dressing room with a lot of space to make yourself pretty. If you want to do that. Robes, prayer mat, hair dryer. Down there is slipper. And here is the safe. This is the other wardrobe. You know, I'm a backpacker. That's all the baggage I have. And then we have the bathroom. Get ready for some very bright lights here. We have the double vanity there. One nice thing here is that the little covers on the cups here are actually metal. It's a hand lotion, soap, tissues there. And then here is the full marble bathtub. And it comes with a remote and an iPad. You might think here that if we are here on bathroom, I would be able to turn on the TV with that control right there. But no, there is no TV in the bathroom. But there are speakers here, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. On the toilet side, we have there the toilet, and just like the one in the guest bathroom, I mean, there is also the kind of Japanese style washlet controls there. Or you can just use the manual shower, which is that. That is very poorly designed. You have to grab it with two hands, one hand to hold, one hand to twist. And once you've done using it, how are you gonna shut it off with your dirty hands? That's poor design. Here we have the shower with a bench, some amenities, handheld shower, and the ceiling shower. The water pressure here is pathetic, especially in this ceiling shower. That is just not good. Oh yeah, one more thing about the bathtub. When I saw the TV thingy on the control there, I thought that maybe that is a TV, but it is not. It's just a mirror. Extra towels are down there, extra amenities down there, and if we want another mirror, we have it there. Okay. Any questions you might have, put them in the chat, please, and once I get back to my table over there, I'll be happy to answer them. The lighting around the bed here, in this kind of nice shell design, I like it a lot. The inside of the shell design, I like it a lot. I think it's very pretty. And then we have a very unique little light hanging there as well. Some art on the wall. And that's it for the main part of the tour. Now, yeah, power outlets are here on the wall, and there's none actually at the desk. So this is one thing that maybe could be a little bit better designed. Here's my camera for my YouTube video, and one of the things that I've learned is that I'm not allowed to use the real camera here in the public areas of the hotel. The security guard told me within 1 second of whipping it out downstairs. So now we are back here in the little viewing area. I'm sitting here because it's the best lighting. Let's go back into the table. Let's go back to the front-facing camera, and I'll be right with you. Just one moment. Let's move that like that. Okay, so this is the, maybe we do it like that, actually, so you see the room a little bit there as well. Like that, okay. So this is the Fairmont Gold King room here with the city view. You can also have the ocean view, Gulf view, the sea view, but that's not what I have here. So let's talk about some of the first impressions of the Fairmont Hotel here. It is a new building. I think it was built 3 years ago, something like that. But it's already showing a lot of signs of wear. and it's already showing that there's something missing in terms of training the staff. I'll give you a few examples, and I actually have my other phone. I have a bunch of notes. So let me open up my notes here, and we'll have a nice chat. Just one moment. So the Fairmont Doha. I mentioned the check-in process. That was quite unfortunate. Let's now talk about the Gold experience. So this is a Fairmont Gold room. The Fairmont Gold product is something that they offer at many Fairmont hotels. It is something that I like a lot. It usually comes with a Gold lounge that gives you some special privileges. What I'm used to is a dedicated Gold lounge where you have snacks and drinks basically at multiple points in the day, and they're all free. That's not how they do it here. There is a Gold lounge, kind of, but it's more of a Gold pool. So it's a pool with restricted access, and there is a bar area there, and they do have drinks, but they're not included and they're not free. And this is not what I expected from the Gold product. Let me adjust the angle here just a little bit. There we go. Let's do something like that. There we go. So they have chargeable drinks there, and that's fine, but it's not what I expected. Plus, they don't have anything to eat at the Gold pool. My frame of reference here is the most recent Gold product, Fairmont Gold product that I stayed in was in Istanbul. And they had breakfast in the restaurant they had, and then they had snacks in the morning, and then they had kind of dinner in the evening. Here, there's nothing. They do have a nice cold coffee. Soft drinks and coffee are free, but the alcoholic beverages are not. We're in Qatar, we're not here to drink anyway. But the non-availability of food is a disappointing fact. I will talk more about it in my full review. I'm harping on this far too long. So what is then included in the Gold package in terms of food, that they do have a rooftop restaurant on level 33 with a nice view of Doha, a nice view over Lusail. And there they did have a golden hour offering where there was a bunch of different sushi style snacks and free drinks as well, with and without alcohol. I would have wished that offering was available in the Gold lounge / pool, because the whole Fairmont Gold product, it should have a little bit of exclusivity. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that I've kind of alluded to, things not working in the room. And for that, and as you can maybe you can get the impression here that I'm not super impressed by the Fairmont Doha, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to this place. This is my Easter break. This is going to be excellent. It wasn't. Let me have a look at the notes. And if you have any questions in the meantime, I'm very happy to take them in the chat. We talked about the slow check-in. The couches here in the room are very nice. In this little lounge area where there are speakers in the ceiling or somewhere so that I can hear the TV from here, which is nice. The coffee machine, when I arrived, it was missing water. I would have thought that they connected to the main water supply, but instead a guy has to fill it, apparently. Then when it was filled, after I asked, when I tried to make an espresso macchiato, it asked me, is the milk still fresh? How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know if the milk is still fresh? And I struggled a lot to even answer yes on the display because it was not user-friendly. It was not intuitive. I'm looking here at my notes. I tried to connect my phone to the TVs here because they do have this Chromecast ability. I tried it with both phones. I tried it with both TVs. It did not work. That's the kind of thing that should just work. Terrible. There's no ironing board here for a fancy hotel. I would expect that. They do have included in the Fairmont Gold package the ability to get 2 things pressed per day, but I would rather do it myself. Don't want to bother anybody. We talked about the shower pressure. Oh yeah, then we have the the automatic opening of the toilet seat. There was a weird setting in the one in the main bathroom because it opens first the lid, and then the seat. Well, you don't always want to open the seat, but then it bump, 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 keeps banging the seat against the top, and then it has to brake, and then bump, bump, bump. It continues. Why? I have videos of that, of course, as well. Then we have some. Let me have a look at here. The Fairmont Gold Lounge was disappointing, but they did kind of make it up with the nice sushi, and the guy, the head chef of the place is Korean, and so he made some very delicious Korean tacos, which is kind of Korean barbecue in this salad leaf. And that was very, very nice. And he was there personally introducing the dish as well when I was sitting at the bar. That was very nice. So that they redeemed themselves. And then let me just talk about some of the facilities before we move over to one other topic. There is an outdoor pool facing the marina. There is a gold pool just for the gold guests. Then there is an indoor pool as well. Those three I've seen. There is also a vitality pool, I think they call it, in the spa area. That one I haven't seen yet. And I believe there is a jacuzzi somewhere as well. Supposed to be 5 pools. So far, pretty good impression. They have lifeguards on board. They have somebody who will help you as well. So not too bad on the pool situation. Let's adjust the camera there a little bit. Let me talk about one more thing here just before we end the stream. If you do have any questions, put them in the chat, please. The one more thing is that I flew here to Doha, Qatar with Turkish Airlines. Now, I struggled with answering the question at check-in in Basel, Switzerland at the Euro airport. Because he asked me, do I have, because I'm flying from Switzerland to Turkey and then to Qatar, and the guy asked me, do I have a visa for Oman? Now, I'm not going to Oman. There is nothing to do with Oman, but apparently his check-in system, with the immigration system, it popped up a question, does this person have a visa for Oman? And apparently, if you have a visa for Oman, you don't need one for Qatar with my passport configuration. Now, I'm here on a visa-free trip anyway. A European Union passport do not need a visa for Qatar. So that was a very, very strange question. That didn't really work out. Then there was something else also that happened during that Turkish Airlines trip, but I'm blanking on it. I was going to mention 2 things, but I don't remember. The last thing I'm going to say here about Qatar, before we take your questions, is that the immigration system at the border, it was a very pleasant experience, and you can rarely say that about but Qatar here, it was so nice because the whole waiting hall was quiet, people spoke softly. There were people managing the queue from Qatar immigration, but they were soft and they were nice, and they spoke in a muted tone. It was very, very nice. The whole space was also well designed with sound dampening in the ceiling. It was just a very nice first impression of Qatar as a country. It took over 30 minutes to get through immigration, which is a little bit much, but then again, I think the last time I was in the US, it took 1.5 hours to get through immigration. So good impression. I took the metro, then from there, and then the tram to Lusail, and here I am. So that's basically my first impression of Qatar, my first time here, first impression of Fairmont Qatar. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat, please put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, and that brings us to the end of the stream. Click or tap the screen right here to watch another video from Markus Travels, and I will see you in the next video.